always think of Skander Akbar when they say the name. And then my husband goes, who's that? Hey y'all, and welcome to a new week of Hot Chocolate Chat. Today I'm drinking a water, and I want to talk about the Greek food festival that we went to yesterday. And yes, my hair is still wet, but that's not what we're talking about. This past weekend was the Greek food festival, and we went yesterday. And y'all know that I'm trying to do things the keto way by doing like low carbs and high protein, and there's so much bread there. There's baklava, there's pita bread, there's some other kind of bread, and it was warm. The pita bread was fresh. So what I did to try to stay on track was I ordered the Greek salad, and it did come with 2 pieces of pita bread, but I just ate a little bit of it just to taste it, and it was good. And Marvin had a piece of chicken, so I tasted that. Gavin had lamb, and I tasted that. Carrie had hummus, so I tasted some of that, and it was all good. And there was a baklava cheesecake, and we'd heard that it was amazing, so I was like, I'm gonna have to have this in my life. We get to the pastry booth, and it says, no pastries, sold out. So, and there was dancing, and they were doing, I don't even know what the dance was called, but I don't even know what it was called, but they invited me up on stage. Technically, they said if anybody wants to come up, but I took that as a personal invitation, so I got up there and I danced a Greek dance. I don't know what it was called though. I didn't quite get the hang of the steps, but I had fun, so that's what counts. We also toured the church, just like unofficially. We just went on our own, but it was like so beautiful in there. There was like murals and mosaics on the wall. All in all, we had an awesome time, aside from no baklava, but that would have been good. I need to get there early next year. That's what I want to talk about today. Have you ever been to a Greek food festival? Are you Greek? Can you teach me a dance? Hey y'all, and welcome back to Hot Chocolate Chat. Today I'm drinking a water, and I just spilled it on myself. We have this player on the Cowboys, and his last name is Skandrick. And every time they say the name, I think of Skander Akbar. So I said that exact thing to my husband. I'm like, I always think of Skander Akbar when they say the name. And then my husband goes, who's that? Now, I'm just going to go out on a limb and guess that like 99% of the people watching this, they're not going to know who it is either. Now, if you watched wrestling like back in the day, like Von Erichs and even before then, you'll know who it is. I even took my sister to see wrestling at the Mesquite Arena. We were like front row. I forget who all was there. And this one wrestler would say, put up your pots and pans, get off the telephone and listen to the Iceman, or something like that. His name was Iceman. And there was like Ric Flair, there was the Great Kabuki, and like, I don't even know. And like one of them had a valet, and her name was Sunshine. And then the Von Erichs, like one of them would do the claw, and it was like, no, not the claw. So yeah. Skander Akbar was one of the wrestlers that I remember from that time. And my husband grew up in the area too, so I'm like, how do you not know? And they used to have wrestling at the Sportatorium here in Dallas, and so yeah, I was like surprised that he didn't know who that was. But then I looked him up. And then he was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. And I'm like, I knew you knew. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. The fact that my husband said he didn't know who Skander Akbar was, but he did. And now, so do you. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Hot Chocolate Chat. Today I'm drinking water. Again, still, I miss my hot chocolate. And I want to know, do you know what Braille is? The reason I ask is because one of the Facebook groups that I'm in was talking about Braille at the ATM. And then this guy says, what's Braille? And I'm all like, and he was legit asking. Y'all, I was like, no, serious. You really don't know what Braille is. How do you not know? But it kind of goes back to one of those things that I know what it is. And I just assume that's a common knowledge thing. Is Braille like not a common knowledge thing? Because I'm still like going, like, And it's not like it's particular to my part of the country, and I couldn't specify like when I learned what Braille is, but I just thought everybody knew. And if you don't know what Braille is, it's okay. Braille is how blind people read. They read with their fingers on these like little dots. That's what I want to talk about today, whether or not you know what Braille is. Do you know anybody that doesn't know what Braille is? When did you learn? P.S. My eyes are extra puffy today. I don't know why. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Hot Chocolate Chat. Today is, today's National Coffee Day. I don't like coffee and I'm drinking water. I was trying to do my regular intro where I'm like, today I'm drinking a water, today I'm drinking a hot chocolate, but I messed it up. So anyway, let's talk about National Coffee Day. I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee, but I love the smell of coffee and I love coffee shops. When I was growing up, my dad drank coffee and now my mom drinks coffee and my husband drinks coffee and I don't know if my sister does. Do you, Gina? All my kids drink coffee. And in fact, two of the girlies, Sarah and Kat, were baristas. So it's kind of like the coffee genes just walking along and like, oh, skip over Lisa. I've tried a pumpkin spice latte and it was tolerable. But like, I want to be a coffee drinker, but I just don't care for it. Now, if you're talking about hot chocolate though, we can do that all day long. You know what I'm saying? We can do it fall, winter, spring, summer. I don't care. I love hot chocolate. But I'm kind of a hot chocolate snob. I really like it creamy. I like it with vanilla in it. I like it made with milk. Maybe if I added a lot of cream and like flavoring to the coffee, I could drink the coffee. Maybe I should try it because it's National Coffee Day. That's what I want to talk about today, the fact that it's National Coffee Day. And although I'm not a coffee lover, if you are, I hope you enjoy your coffee. If you want to stalk me on Snapchat, it's Side of Awesome, and on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, it's Side of Awesome 5. But just don't stalk me in real life, though, because that's creepy.